Welcome back to Balancing Acts. We're talking to Mario Martinez about sales prospecting. He's the CEO and founder of Vengreso and the creators of Fly Message. Mario, I know that you have a tremendous depth of knowledge about branding, about personal branding, business branding. Why is this important to our small business audience listening?
Well, first off, from a branding perspective, if you're not leveraging the opportunities to use social media to brand your knowledge, your thought leadership, your company, your products, your services, how you help, who you help, then you are not going to exist very long in this particular market and economy. And it's critical that people understand that when you're out there and you're engaging, you've got to become the thought leader, the expert in your particular domain, and start building up customers and individuals. And when you do these things, for example, utilizing applications like Fly Message, where we have an AI social media post generator built in on platforms like LinkedIn, you could literally put in any topic you want, have AI write for you, and then add in your color, your stories, your particular elements that the AI would never know about that topic. And when you do that and you start building your network of connections that are both buyers as well as people that can amplify your message, you actually not only create yourself as an expert in this particular domain, but you also will be able to drive sales opportunities directly into your funnel. And that is absolutely critical in this day and age, is that you got to have a mixture of both inbound and outbound to be able to succeed in the market. But also the numbers are pretty clear, right? In B2B sales, if you are reaching out to a buyer, the numbers show that 72% of buyers will look back at your LinkedIn profile prior to engaging with you. So you now have to think about, do I have the right banner? Do I have the right image? Do I have the right headline that captures and brings them in to quickly tell them who I help and how I help and the business problem I solve? Do I have the right media so that customers can engage with that particular media? And then you're looking at, do I have the right keywords that are pulling them in? And do I speak to the business problem and the pain? So personal branding is extremely important. It will drive revenue. And if you bring it all together, it'll help put you in the thought leadership position so that not only when they come to your profile, they say, okay, I think I understand what he does or she does, but then they'll turn around and start looking and engaging at your content and say, oh, this person knows exactly what they're doing in pertaining to, and you fill in the blank. And that helps to build confidence before the first conversation even happens.
So, you talk about, use the word engaging, right, on LinkedIn. So does that mean clicking like or saying congratulations, or is it more than that? What would your recommendations be?
Well, there's two different ways to think about that. There is the individual that's engaging with a buyer because you're trying to capture their attention, or you're engaging with others because you find the content valuable, and so you want to amplify that into your network. But for most business owners, entrepreneurs, and solopreneurs and sales folks, the real focus is around how to engage a target buyer. And most people get it wrong when it comes to what's called an omnichannel approach and leveraging social media. So first off, define omnichannel. Omnichannel prospecting is centered around, I'm going to use both the phone, email, LinkedIn, text messaging, gift marketing, and several other elements, right? It could be a whole slew of things, but it's more than one channel, certainly more than two channels. It's at least three or more. Why? Why is that important? Well, the data also shows that if someone actually engages in at least three or four channels, not one or two, that you can increase your buyer engagement by up to 40%. Why is that important? Number one, because we get to meet the buyer where the buyer wants to be met at. So some buyers don't do email. Some buyers will never answer a phone call that they do not know, like myself. Some buyers will engage on social media because they do that all day long, and that's a comfortable position to be in. And so, our job as sellers or revenue producers or business owners or solopreneurs is centered around meeting the buyer where they want to be met at. And a lot of people, when they think about the omni-channel and they go into the social aspect, they look at, let's just pretend I'm selling to you, Linda, and I look at all of your different posts. I go to your posts and I look at them and I start reading them to say, how do I respond? What do I respond to? Which one am I going to respond to? And inevitably, I get too many decision points. And so what ends up happening is an individual like myself will go to your profile and say, it's too many decision points. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to write. And if I write this, it's probably going to sound stupid. So what do? They just simply like a post. But what they're missing is the opportunity to be able to really capture that person's attention. Now, let's think about this. If you've got 10, 15, 20, 30 people that are engaging with your particular post and you like it, you're just one of 30. But now if I actually write a comment and I mention you, I tag you, if I do that, then that will give you a notification not only in your LinkedIn feed, but also it'll send you an email that Mario Martinez with my picture, my photo, my name, my headline, and 11 words of that comment will be sent to you if you did not view that within the first 24 hours. Now, think about this. If LinkedIn is going to send a message directly to you, to your at Gmail, at Yahoo, at corporate email.com, whatever it is, think about this. How many spam filters block the largest social media site in the world for B2B?
Right.
0. So you actually get to get into someone's box with your name, photo, picture, and a portion of your comment. The problem is what do I write? And we've solved that problem using Fly Message, which has a LinkedIn AI commenting tool. And it's designed to literally have Mario Martinez sitting right next to you to help write comments for you on social media posts to help you engage your target buyer. And that's what it's all about. Write insightful, engaging comments. Now, some people think, oh my God, AI wrote the comment for me. They're going to figure it all out. Are you kidding me? You know how many people actually have no idea? But what it's doing is it's no different than using an AI writer to help you write an email or to help you write something in ChatGPT. You're just helping it facilitate better writing skills to create engagement. And we use a human-assisted AI, Linda, human-assisted AI. We're not automating it. We don't auto-post. It's very important that you don't use tools like that because then you get to the spray and pray motion, and that's not what you want. Spray and pray, meaning you're spraying and praying that hopefully anything that's happening out there that I say or write or AI writes for me in an automated fashion will actually trigger results. We're not looking for that. What we're looking for is to help you facilitate the writing. And what we figured out is for an individual entrepreneur, solopreneur, seller, that it took 6 to 12 minutes to write a comment. Now, think about that and you're saying, that's too long. No. I had to go to Linda's profile. The clock starts there. I then go to her comments. I then open up her posts. I then read each one of them. I then make a decision at which one I'm going to actually write something about. And then I begin writing, and then I edit, and then I mention, and then I post. That process is 6 to 12 minutes. We have literally taken that down to less than 90 seconds for an individual. And that is a huge dramatic productivity swing. And the best part is that model essentially helps the seller to write something. Now, what you have to do as a seller is read it for contextual relevance and tag the individual. When you do those things correctly, now the buyer has an insightful comment they want to respond to. And I cannot tell you the number of stories that have been told back to us by sales reps who are utilizing this functionality and or business owners that say, oh my God, what used to take me 4 or 5 hours for 50 prospects or engagement now takes me less than a half an hour. And the number of people that are engaging back with me is astronomically high. And that makes a big difference.
Wow. And, just thinking about, I know I often struggle with comments and posts because you want to write something, thoughtful. You don't just want to like things. And it takes a lot of time. So I think the AI tools, and there are so many today, can really help you with your thought process, kind of be a writing partner. That's the way I see it. And of course, you have to review it. and decide what you want to write. Just before we take a commercial break, just one more thought on that. Is using this AI tool, is there a difference between using it for, let's say, thought leadership or marketing versus when you're selling? Are you using it differently?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great point. And so part of our program with Fly Message, flymsg.io, by the way, part of our program is we actually have embedded inside there over 15 hours of sales prospecting and training content. Many of those modules include how to actually write content as a seller that attracts your target buyer. So what you see in social media oftentimes is really they're expressing brand sentiments. They're trying to get the brand visibility. And that's partially true as a business owner or as someone responsible for revenue production. But the other thing is you're looking at individualizing that down to your buyer persona. So when you write a social media post, there's definitely one specific format. Like, for example, platforms like LinkedIn, they love lots of paragraph returns. And they love hashtags and no hashtags, or sorry, hashtag strategy, not the no hashtag strategy. And they also love the at mentioning process. And then what people love the most when it's a person posting, not a brand, is the story. You got to start with the story. And so we actually have what's called Fly Learning, over 15 hours of sales prospecting education inside of Fly Message that teaches an individual how to go about creating content, writing content, and utilizing our tools like Fly Engage AI for the LinkedIn commenting or Fly Posts for the social media post generator to help you in that process. So we're going to teach you how to do it, and we're going to then give you the tools to facilitate that, because I'm a big believer that a fool with the tool is still a fool.
That's well said. Well said. We're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk to you, Mario, about personalizing your sales message and actually more about leveraging AI tools.